Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly love reading. I hope you're doing well. There's a lot showing up in your energy this week, so let's see what Spirit wants you to know, Sagittarius. So we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Chariot, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the final card is the Hanged Man. Okay, so the heart of your reading is the Nine of Pentacles. This is one I have not seen anywhere in anyone else's reading, especially not as the heart of the reading. So this is interesting. And the Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant card. It's a card that's letting you know that you're capable of achieving a lot of success and acquiring a lot of material goods on your own. It is a card of independence and self-reliance. So I feel like, this is a love reading, but I mean, this is a card that came up and it's the heart of the reading. I feel like they also want you guys to know, in addition to your love reading, that you're going to be bringing in a lot of abundance this week. I feel like you will be very successful in buying all the material things that you want. Even I'm getting, like as a couple, if you have been struggling financially, I feel like pulling together, especially you, I feel like you have a lot of personal power around you this week. I feel like you can really pull your spouse through, some type of a difficult financial period. You will be successful in having all the money in abundance that you need. But they're also asking you, to not forget yourself. This is a card of self-reliance, asking you to be independent. Don't lean on other people too much. So let's take it one row at a time. Start up here, and it's the Ace of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So the Ace of Swords, I feel like there's going to be, new insights that come in this week. And it could be that, I'm getting messages for couples. I feel like there's going to be new ideas about how to move on to a much healthier place. I don't know. I know this is a love reading, but I keep getting like abundant messages, financial security. Those of you who are in a relationship, married or living together, I feel like something changes within your financial situation. And there are a lot of new ideas about, a new life, a fresh start. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning. I also see that for some of you, you begin to see the truth of what's really going on in your relationship. And it could be that there is, a lack of balance. You do have justice energy. I feel like you begin to see the truth of what is working for you and what is not. And I'm getting that this applies to those of you who are single and married. You begin to see the truth of what needs to change so that you can bring in that romantic partner or make your relationship work. You have the Six of Wands, so I feel like any challenges that come up for you this week, you will conquer these. You will pass whatever challenges, tests you have to go through. You will pass them with flying colors with the Six of Wands, because this is the victory card. And I feel like there would be new ideas. Anything that challenges you as a couple or challenges your love life, I'm getting you will succeed because you have the Six of Wands supporting you. Then you also have the Queen of Wands. This could be you. Even though it is a queen, you could be male or female. It is a fire sign, but you are a fire sign. So again, it really, looking at the reading like this, the Queen of Wands is a lot of inner fire, a lot of passion, devotion, self-motivation. That really kind of ties in with this card of self-reliance. I feel like you're really determined to kind of, make things happen in your life, love life, whether that means finding a partner or getting a partner back. Again, other things keep coming up like financial abundance, your job. I feel like you're just really kind of motivated in a really positive place this week. You're all fired up and ready to go. And I feel like you will have a lot of things going on. I mean, down here you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is sometimes like this energy of being all over the place. But that's not the message that I'm getting. I feel like you're just going to be really busy. I feel like you're going to be really busy kind of, enjoying all this, abundance around you and making things happen. And, for some of you, bringing in a new partner or working on your relationship. So this row here, the Chariot, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Like I said, this is the heart of the reading. This is you being really abundant and successful, having all the material things that you want. And I feel like because you have this energy, this triggers bigger changes. You have the Chariot, which is a major arcana, and you only have 2 in this reading, while you also have 1 over here. The Chariot is all about big changes, big movement. I do feel like for some of you, I mean, seeing these 2 cards together, there's going to be like a change in the way that you're thinking regarding your love life or your relationship, like you have some type of insight, or like you finally have clarity and you know exactly what you have to do because you're really in your personal power, and you create some type of big change in your love life. For some of you, you may decide that you want to get married. You may decide you want to move in with your partner. You may decide you want to be single. It's hard to say because this is a general reading, but you're doing what's best for you, and you know what's best for you, and I feel like you have clarity. You know what you have to do. Ace of Wands, this is a new beginning and a new life. Notice that you have 2 in this reading. The Ace of Wands, to me, it always feels like a major arcana because it's not just a new way of thinking or new love, it is a new life. For some of you, it could even be that you decide to have a baby, that there's a pregnancy. And for others, it could be that you're moving in together. It just means that you're completely starting over. But I keep getting the message that this is because something within you has kind of shifted. Starting with the Ace of Swords, you're seeing yourself in a different way. And now you don't want to settle anymore. You want everything. You want everything. And it looks like the universe is cooperating with you. It's giving you a new life. I even feel like for some people who have been struggling in a relationship or in a marriage, you know exactly what you have to do just to heal this relationship, to start over. It's like somebody gives someone else a second chance and like the past is completely forgiven, forgotten. Let's just move on. Now this row here, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So like I said, the Two of Pentacles, it's usually like this all over the place energy of being scattered, but I just kind of feel like you're really on the go this week. When I look at this card, it feels more, not the Two of Pentacles, it feels more like the Knight of Swords, which is, a lot of things, a lot of movement. And it is lined up with the Chariot, which also, represents a lot of movement, a lot of changes, sometimes even travel. Or some of you, you may even be moving house or traveling with your partner. So I feel like there will be a lot going on in your love life. You will not be bored this week. I feel like some of you will be setting goals and making decisions and kind of changing things up. There will be movement. Some of you might even be deciding between 2 partners. Those of you who are single, there may be more than one person that you're interested in. You're trying to figure out who you want to be with. Three of Wands, this just means that you're not looking at the past anymore. Some people have a problem like moving on. I feel like you will not have a problem moving on, even if there's been something that you've been trying to heal. The Three of Wands is very much, a future-oriented card, waiting for an opportunity. I am seeing here, now that I said that, looking for an opportunity, I feel like someone has been stuck. And this may be for those of you who are single, but it could also apply to relationships, people who are married or living together. I feel like someone has been stuck, like in this weird phase in a relationship. maybe where you don't really know if you're together, you don't really know if you're going to stay married, and you're doing something about it. Again, you're bringing balance back into the relationship. I feel like you're not going to settle for this energy of the Hanged Man anymore. I mean, look at what it's lined up with here, a new life, and you kind of really taking charge. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of movement where you have been stuck, and you're really going to be like focusing on the future and bringing balance and excitement back into your relationships, or bringing, you know, a romantic relationship into your life that brings these qualities of fun and joy and excitement. Okay, so let's see what confirmation cards come up. We have Death, Three of Wands, and Temperance. And you have the King of Cups. Okay, so interesting. Like I said, this just seems like a time of a transformation for you where you're just, you know, you're wanting to change things up. Something kind of sparks this with the Ace of Swords, your first card. It's like something clicks and you know what you have to do, you know what you want. Death is telling you that this could be a huge, you know, opportunity for some type of personal transformation. I mean, seeing it, I mean, right next to the Ace of Swords, I feel like for a lot of you, that is the case. Something within you changes, and that may change who you are attracting into your life or who you want to be with. But death also represents like huge milestones in our life, like getting married or getting divorced, having a baby, moving, some type of like big, huge change. But death is also an ending and a new beginning. And look, it's right next to a new beginning. So I feel like the theme for you this week is kind of, you know, endings and new beginnings. And this is triggered by you, like you really know yourself and you know what you want, you know, and you're looking towards the future. You have the Three of Wands 2 times. That is always a huge message. Like I said, this is a future-oriented card. And I feel like you're not going to focus on the past anymore. You're done with that. And, you know, you're waiting for opportunities. You're looking for opportunities in your love life, whether you're single or married. And you're making this happen because you are really kind of connected to your inner guidance. And you have Temperance. So Temperance also, you know, very similar to the Justice card, keeping things in balance. I feel like anything in any relationship, those of you who are married or with a partner, anything that has been off balance or a relationship that has hit a rough patch, you're trying to bring this back into balance this week. You're trying to heal things and make things better. You also have the King of Cups over here. For some of you, it could be that your partner, you know, is a water sign. But the King of Cups is also a very loving, nurturing energy, a very good friend. So I feel like this energy is just around you this week. I feel like you're willing to be more compassionate with your partner. You're willing to be more loving, more understanding. Like I said, this whole theme has been about, you know, endings, new beginnings, and just kind of being in a really positive place. Okay, Sagittarius, I will end the reading here. I hope you enjoyed it. Much love and bless.